If you're in the GTA community, man, and you were bored out here in 2025, you're like, man, look, this is too repetitive. It's, getting old, whatever. If you've only been playing a couple months or something like that and you're feeling that way, then GTA probably just ain't the game for you. Because, it takes a long time. And this may just be me, but it takes a long time in general to even feel a little bit burnt out in GTA, considering there's so much to do. And as a new player, if you were starting, there shouldn't be any way for you to get bored necessarily. GTA is such an open base game with multiple ways to do different things. You shouldn't really be getting bored. But if you are more of an OG base player like me, you do the same thing over and over. Free mode, you may have been a player that just runs heists, or you might be a player that just fucking does missions, or I don't know, something like that. Try switching it up. Okay, try switching something up that you don't normally do. Okay, and I've said this before. It's an easy fix to not be bored. There's literally so many different ways to not be bored. If you're too bored with GTA, then just quit GTA for a few months and then come back to it. You're not going to forget how to play it. It's still going to be here. We still have an entire year left before we get GTA 6. At least we think. So, like I said, man, multiple ways to not be bored. If you don't grief, you're against griefing. What the fuck? Look at this goofy. Nah, that's my kill, man. The fuck you doing? You thought he was gonna... Motherfucker's trying to take my kill, man. The disrespect of that noob. That's pretty funny, though. Tyrone was standing at the doorway with his cornrows. That's crazy. But nah, like I said, man, if you're doing the heists of the missions, try to do more of a PvP base. Even if you don't grief, try to, go after tryhards or something. If you think you're gonna get dogged on or something, go after... somebody in the lobby. If you're using the same weapon over and over, if you're just a sniper player, try using ARs instead. I recommend the special carbine, or you can use the combat MG Mark II. Just basically everything you're doing, just do the opposite of it. If you don't know how to spam rockets, start spamming rockets. If you never go into free mode ever, then obviously you ain't gonna be comfortable going, damn, bro just slid like crazy. It's fucking a lot of people start in GTA Online, or a lot of people may have taken a break from GTA Online, and then they come back and they're like, well shit, or here's the big thing, man, like you may be completely out of money and you're like, well shit, I don't want to sit here and have to grind my ass off and have to earn anything and then spend it all again just for it to happen again. People will get broke, but they this is why I'd always say talk about modded accounts and stuff like that, because you get further ahead with the modded account, especially if you're a new player. It has to be a dedication thing to be able to sit there and grind just to be able to buy a few things and then just have to do the same thing over and over again. So a lot of people aren't about doing that, and that's another way to get easily burnt out, right? So the thing is, man, like I said, you just have to figure out what you want to end up doing in the game and do the opposite of that. And I know it's easier for others. Now, also another thing, some of you guys have never done content creation, live streaming, anything like that. It is completely different. I will say this, completely different when you're playing without doing it versus doing it. Because there was for years and years, which I wish I would have done it from the beginning, but I didn't, right? So for years and years, man, I didn't do it. You know what I mean? But this is back in the old PS3 days, and things were still a lot different in GTA. So when you're playing normally versus not having like any kind of audience to talk to, whether it's on a live stream or videos, that's another thing that can kind of set you back. So that may be another thing you might want to, consider doing, is maybe starting to do content, start uploading videos, start live streaming content. It's not for everybody to do, but when people start getting into it, most people end up liking it, and it's not some people. You got a lot of people in the GTA community that are scared to turn on their mic for whatever fucking reason. There's a lot of people in this community that use AI and shit for their voices on videos, specific YouTubers, and you guys know what I'm talking about. But some people literally will not even turn on their mic, and I'm like, for what? Like, you that antisocial you can't turn on your shit? But hey, so some people just don't do it, because a lot of people that are like super sketched out and people that just don't want to talk, usually won't enjoy streaming or posting content as much. But like I said, it's another thing to try out. If you don't, what the fuck? I was dressing up like Santa and shit. What the hell's wrong with him, man? That's his elf right there. Crazy work. 10 bill 57. I want you to know that I appreciate. Oh shit. Hey down, son. Who you running up on? Fuck. Frozen Unit 93. Yeah, you like that? What's up, Goofy? Lay your ass down in that snow. What's wrong with him, man? The fact he's gonna pull up on me like he had the audacity to do that. It's fucking insane, man. This shit is insane. We got Santa Claus right here. Come on, man. Lay that shit down for me. The fuck? The hell's wrong with him? If you guys are against the Oppressor Mark II, you can use the Oppressor Mark II. Oh, shit. If, you know, you don't like the Oppressor Mark II, you guys can use the Torritor. If you don't like the Torritor, you can use the Scramjet. That is the best thing about GTA Online, is that there's so many options between going after players in PvP, having this big ass map to go around. If you're tired of PvP and griefing, switch that. Try doing some mission shit or grinding or do survivals or some shit. Like, you know, if you think something's not going to be good in one way, try it another way. You know, you got tons of different weaponized vehicles to use. If you don't like weaponized vehicles, you're tired of using weaponized vehicles, maybe you're a person that likes hiding in the air all the time instead of being on the ground. Well, instead of being in the air all the time, get on the ground. So it's very simple to just kind of swap things. You know, you can always go back to doing what you enjoy doing the most. So take that how you take it, but that's literally the best ways to do it. And like I said, I mentioned the streaming part of it. This is kind of just to help people out in general, because for whatever reason, a lot of people just can't think of doing things like this. So some of the stuff I ain't even got to tell you guys. You know, some of the stuff you'd be like, well, I already knew about that. But I'm like, some people literally, like, you could tell them about that shit, but they just don't know, or they don't think to think of it for whatever reason. So, oh fuck, I just ran out of missiles. I just ran out of fucking missiles. God damn it. But nah, we'll leave it at that. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys have a comment or a specific question, leave it in the comments and I'll be glad to answer it. Like I said, man, you know, once the new GTA gets here, we're going to have a ridiculous amount of stuff, which there's going to be a lot of people covering stuff, a lot of videos being put out, different things. So, just a whole different type of content. So when that point gets here, man, it'll be different. So if you are bored, or maybe you even quit GTA, that point will come. I mean, at this point in GTA 5 Online, it's kind of like just a hit or miss. A lot of times you got to come up with just whatever on your own, you know. And if you can do it, you can do it. If you don't, you don't. If you don't play content, you either have to just quit playing or try to play something else, take a break, come back. But like I said, as far as like playing in general, you literally fucking just switch up what you're doing to find something else that's different. And like I said, you know, if you just don't enjoy any of it, then your best bet would just be probably just to not play at all and then take a break, then come back. Because usually 9 times out of 10, when a game like GTA, you'll end up missing it. If you play it a lot, you'll end up missing it a little bit, coming back to it, and then doing what you do, you know. So we'll leave it at that. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Turn on post notifications, and you guys have a good one. Peace.